상계 주바쇼 주당 서기 전남라 전주 바드 다니 갸수치 다기 천년 기대서 남기 전하 펜실 상계 주바쇼. Homework time. Whoa, that's good. May you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susan. Happy birthday to you. Yay.
Sugar-free, gluten-free, sugar-free.
Ew. Kind of.
Sugar-free.
Homework time.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You answered away.
Behavior.
I don't know.
Chotsu. Maybe.
So, yeah. Is there I'll prefix that?
That's
It might be.
it's
Okay.
like
Thank you.
you could do that too. Trade.
Gongxian.
English is contributed.
I know the Chinese one is pen.
Yeah. And that third is cute.
These are good words.
Cute.
It's not supposed to be a cute.
Embracing.
No fighting.
Not fighting.
Tay is fighting?
No
Oh,
conflict.
cute. Oh, really? Cool.
The first question. What are the 6 levels of heaven in desire room?
Man.
The 33 God.
More fighting.
Sorceress.
Toshita.
Then good karma.
And then
Enjoying what you can manifest yourself. And
Enjoying manifestation.
and being able to manifest things for other people to enjoy.
okay. Next.
Yeah.
Yay, we got it.
4天王天、刀立天、夜魔天、兜率天、化乐天、他化自在天。
Oh yeah, Hua, emanate, right?
And
Nice.
then the second question is, what is the difference between the two levels of heavens that can enjoy out of
You
nations?
just say
Yeah. Yeah, you just said.
one is Ta Hua,
Yeah.
the other one is just Hua.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Next, please.
The 5 and the 6 was the difference. Yeah.
That's right.
The line starts.
The heavens of desire and feeding the lion's dance.
No. They don't.
Why?
Because we do the form and form
those are the meditations in the form realm and the formless realm.
Mhm.
So desire realm is just the air conditioner.
Yeah, maybe it's the air conditioner. Yeah.
Floor zero.
Future Comtel. Only Comtel.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
You take the. Oh, is that it? Yes. You take the plane, boss.
Wait. Take. I take a bite.
Here, we have another bite.
Okay.
No sugar.
What's actually in it then?
That's a bad thing.
Good for you.
Good.
No sugar.
Veronica's coming. I can't have cake.
She'll smell it on your breath.
Mmm.
Can Veronica have this?
Yeah, she'll have that, I think. Tell her it's no sugar, etc. Put everything in front of her. She won't eat it anyway. Okay. Tongue tongue. Is your mouth full? Okay. Huh? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I take the plane. Okay. I'm waiting for my honey pie, and when she gets here, we'll change to Vimal Kirti
Ah.
for fun, because it's a good luck she's here. But let's finish. There's a little bit to finish on your text.
Wow,
Okay.
nice.
Okay, so please, you ready?
Yeah. To come to church and cure la ne ri ni shu. Yet you take.
Sure year.
Who's got the plane? Is that
Sure
you?
year.
Sure yet
You did.
you take. Ta miao
Ma'am.
miao yao gay
Okay.
gay
Wait, slow down. Take your time.
gay tang it da
Good.
tang tu droi nei tang j ngan droi nei juk tang ling shi ni nei tang tu la ri dru tru
Chuk.
tru
True.
true J Tay Droi Nay Juk You Pay Chur.
I'm going to skip this. I just wanted to see how your pronunciation. No, because we don't have much time and I want to finish his text. So we're going to go straight to the most important thing. Okay. We had strange names of beings in the form realm, formless realm, and we want to make a good translation in the karma text. So here we're going to go here. This is still the Abhidharma Kosha, okay? But I'm skipping the desire realm because those names are form realm. Okay. So here we go. So please repeat. Please read this one.
Ni ba ni kong nei nei ta juk tung ni
Good.
zuk kam in te so so yi san dan sa ni sung ba in shi sa ni gay ba in she ju.
Yeah. So you guys know from the lion's dance that we just did down concentration levels. So from a meditation side, there's 4 concentration levels. From a result side, in the next life, in this life, those 4 meditation levels. Then in the next life, you can be born into 4 different parts of the form realm. And what this text says from the Abhidharma Kosha is the first 3 concentration levels, which are called Samtengisa, right? They have 3. So first concentration level has 3 parts, second concentration level has 3 parts, third concentration level has 3 parts, and the fourth concentration level has 8 parts. That means when you're reborn, there are 17 choices. 3, 3, 3, and 4. Okay? Sorry, 3, 3, 3, and 8. Yeah. So that makes 17 places, 17 kinds of meditation, and 17 kinds of rebirth. Those rebirths have funny names, and they come in your text. So we're going to make a footnote from here. Okay? And I'm going to skip to the funny name because that's all we really need. Okay, here we go. Let's start here. Tombo. Ndun. Yeah. Chung. So this is the 3 sets of 3, and they come in his text. At the end of his text. So we got to put numbers here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we can cut it here. Then we've got 1 and 2. Oops. And 3. Okay. And then we have 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Those are the first 3 concentration levels. The first has 3 parts. The second has 3 parts. The third has 3 parts. And the fourth one's supposed to have 8 parts, right? So please read. Yeah, so this is divided into 3 and 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then 1, 2, and Oakman. Okay, so there's the names 4 concentration levels formula where you can be born. The first one has 3 parts. The second one has 3 parts. The third one has 3 parts. And the fourth one has 8 parts. The fourth one, because, who's going to translate? Soke nesum. So soke wo nesum.
One of the 3 places that, so it's the last place that Soso Kewo can go.
Yeah, there's levels in the former level. And the first 3 of those 8 are for people can see emptiness there.
然后前面的是对没有直接分析的，
And then the last 5 of those 8 are for people who did see emptiness there.
非正者地区，
Now, why are we doing all this?
正者地区的，
Why do we care about all this?
为什么我们要去
We're going to have these strange names.
因为在冥冥王当中你会遇到这些
Okay.
奇怪的
One is missing. Oh, here it is. This is called, say, Sangrik. This is Dr. Wu's karma text.
这一是表示
And it says Sangrik, which means the class of Brahma. This is a Hindu god, Brahma. Started Hinduism, okay? Then there's these guys called the people who recite in front of Brahma. Sambe Dunadun.
在面前念诵的人，
Okay.
他们在天主教，
What are they reciting?
他们在佛面前
The Vedas, the the ancient books of Hinduism. Okay.
印度教，
And then there's a level called
因为
Big Brahma.
还有一个叫大梵，
So these are the 3 levels of these are the 3 parts of the first form realm level.
所以第一层专注一层，
They all relate to Brahma.
都是和梵天相
Brahma
关的。
is the correct pronunciation.
Three
Brahma.
parts of the fourth form.
No, first form. No.
色界第一，
First of the 4 concentration levels has 3 parts.
色界第一
Now,
层有
we don't care, but they come in his book.
我们
So we have to explain them.
在您的文本里
Okay.
面，所以
Now, what's really going on? What's Brahma doing there? What's going on? What do those guys do? We're going to go to another book. Okay, I got another book for you. The best explanation of that is in the first,
色界的
it's the first Dalai Lama. Okay,
是他们朗
and I haven't seen it in other places. Let me see here. Yeah. It's from the first Dalai Lama Abhidhamma.
是的。
So we're gonna start here, okay? Start. Please read. I'm sorry I didn't clean it up for you.
Some read
Teacher.
teacher, some read so she ja shena, tip ba mi gay way a gay wa lay some shin, te read su dok duk
Top.
tok pay na, some read she jao.
Okay, so of the 17 levels of the form realm total, 3, 3, 3, and 8, the first one is called the class of the pure one.
第一个叫做纯净者的阶
And pure one in Sanskrit is Brahma. That's
纯
his,
净者就是 Brahma，就是
like
梵
God's
天
name, God's name. And this is a cool, I remember this from like, I don't know, 35 years ago. My teacher taught me, because I said, why is it called the class of Brahma? Why? What's going on?
梵
He said, oh, ask the first time.
他说这是
Okay, who was a student of,
是梵
yeah, and he was a baby student. He met him very young. Justin Copper passed away before a few years, so they didn't have that much time together. But, and it says, Chichir means, well, why? She Tsangri.
Why is it called?
Yeah, why you call it the class of Brahma, you know? Well, everybody there is sung
So pure.
good of Dikbas.
Mandy.
Yeah, so there's no Hindu deity thing going on here. The point is that everyone's pure people. They have not done bad deeds. That's how they got there. Okay, they sanction, and they constitute a family. They're included into a family, so we can call it the family of the pure. So that's a nice translation to put into his sutra, Karma Sutra. And it's much sweeter than saying Brahma Gotra or something, which nobody understands. Okay, so it means the family of purity, something like that. It's a sweet name. So we can responsibly put sweet names in his sutra, you see? And we can say we went and checked it. We can show it, okay? All right.
So wait, is it true that it has nothing to do with Brahma, or is he just not mentioning it?
It's coming.
Okay.
Okay, Tang Tang from here. Sang
Sang bạc
and
Thú na gắn thế sẽ viết chế thùng bạc đa nế phê na sang bạc thú na thùng sẽ trao.
okay, now the second of the 17, which is the second of the first of the 4 rows, is there's the most pure being there, big pure, okay, and sitting in front of him are other pure beings. They recite scripture to each other, and it doesn't have to be Vedas. You see, no, Dumbatar.
Like
Scriptures like about
No, as if they were reciting the Vedas in a group of Brahmins, in a group of priests. So really, it just means that level of temporary heaven is sweet. People are talking about scripture, people are reciting scriptures, prayers, okay? Holy books, okay? And this dun means,
recite.
yeah, to recite, or to, I'm going to have a dun on Monday.
Pull your tooth out.
Extraction, yeah, okay. That's called dun. But it's funny that the word for memorizing a book and reciting a book, the teacher has to pull it out like a tooth. The word is the same. Okay, very funny. So don't think he's pulling teeth, they're just reciting. Now the name of the third one was Big Pure One. Samba Chimbo, right? Why? What's the meaning? And here we go. 为什么? Samba, whoa. Shenki. Sorry, go to the line above. Samba Shenki. Geshe. Pong. Sok Che Wei. Na Sang Chen She Jiao. So the next level of result, right? If you meditate on the lion stance and you don't do it properly, okay, then you will be stuck in the okay. It's supposed to be like eating yochas all day, but it's gonna cause a problem later. Okay. All right. So here's what it's called. It's called Big Pure One. Right? Why? Samba. This is difficult expression. Kie. First of all the Sangba Shens. Yeah, of all the pure beings in that little temporary pocket in the universe, he's born before them, alone. So he's specially virtuous. He's been a good man in this life, a good woman. And he's born into that little pocket paradise first. And he's kind of waiting around for the other people to get born there. Okay, so Dambo Geshe, Tar Chi.
It is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Very rare word for the human dictionary. and tar means at the end,
And
meaning.
he's the only one left at the end.
Yeah, they all die. They go to
Hell.
the hell realms, and he's left. And he's like, oh, you know, I miss everybody. So he's first in, last out.
首先
So
进来
Shane
的，
is
然后最后
and
Yeah, it's and. Yeah, and it's that spelling is required after an S suffix letter. Okay. An S suffix letter before it. Right? Normally it's Xing or Dang. Okay. All right. Now, so and something else is big about him. So he's big because he's a big guy because he's first to show up at work and he's last to leave at night. Okay. But he's also big because of his pengzi.
Big belly.
No, pengzi means your physical frame. How buff are you? I shouldn't say buff. It means physical inches are you. It's not how tall are you and how thin are you. It's called pengzi. Your bodily dimensions, okay? Bodily height and shoulders are che. Yeah. For those, we call this realm the realm of great purity. He's great because he comes first and he leaves last. And he's great because he's physically bigger than the other people. Okay?
So great is two names, great and big, pretty much.
Yeah. And we're trying to make a responsible translation of those names. Yeah. And it takes time to do things well. But what we each time one of the mixed nuts makes, if the levels comes in his text, we have a collect. Now it's happening in our text. If the same idea comes in, he database of footnotes. We have to do this with one translator, and because we have, Seiji can use his footnotes, and you just change a few words, and so the translation go faster and faster and more beautiful. But it means the first footnote has to be on this subject. Understand? It has to be very good because it's going to go in everybody else's book when they reach the same subject. And this way the translation will speed up. I used a lot in his book this last 3 months. I took some footnotes from you. I took some footnotes from you. You had a lot of footnotes from Mind Only. And I don't have to do the work again. But the first one has to be good. Okay. All right.
Sugan's book have this.
I don't think we did it yet, Sugan.
It was in here. We visited this part, but we didn't do this deep.
Okay, good. So, by the way, you won't find more detail than this, so just whatever it is, just take it. Okay, now, the 3 levels of the second form realm, okay, they were called Chung, which means what?
Little light.
Little light, less light.
Less or little?
Guang, guang,
少光片，
shaguang, shaoguang, shaoguang. Then infinite light,
无量光，无量
and then clear light. You'd think if an infinite would be the last one, but it's not. It's not. Okay. Now, why are they called that? We're going to go to the other book. Okay. So we can do. Where are we? Oh, you're right. Nation.
nation 空空空马拉图给乌高空
Kin. Who's got the plane? Come on, you're crushing the plane.
空空那谁叫那乌谁没那有被谁没有谁叫谁叫 nation 马 nước bà là út khí khắp thấy út dầu
So,
xéo xéo
睡觉.
睡觉
Shechao, good. Okay, now the first one here. What's this level are we on? Third one. Three parts of the third, right?
Third level.
Third rights of the third. No, you're right. We're on the second. We finished all the Brahma guys, all the pure guys. So now we're on light. Wait. There's a certain person who owns this word. Please explain the short definition of.
Thing depends on, sorry,
Yeah,
thing depends on the
Yeah.
right?
yeah. All things
All things
occur in dependence
independence of the
is the short definition of dependent origination. Okay. So here's the word depends. Okay. Depending on the higher levels above it, compared. So here it means compared to the levels above it. The quantity kyun, the quantity of light, light spreading. Okay, is chung. Yeah, like in the realms above, there's a beautiful golden light throughout the whole realm. But here it's just kind of like little patches. Like Sedona has light, Phoenix doesn't have light. You know, it's not limited light. You can call it limited light. Okay? Therefore, it's called limited light. Okay? Now, why do they skip directly to infinite light? Why do we skip directly? There's supposed to be 3 levels. Why is the second one infinite? It's kind of strange. Okay. Now he says the second level here is called infinite light because they have lula.
Like emanating from their body.
Yeah, they have light coming from their bodies. They're better than Sedona having light. And they say in the Garden of Eden, in the Buddhist Garden of Eden, in the first beginning of the world, there was no sun, and the light came from people's bodies. They didn't need the sunlight. Okay? So these beings are special because they have such good karma that
They just emanate like themselves.
there's no limit to the light pouring off their bodies. It pours off infinitely. $50 question for $0. My wife's here. I can't spend a lot of money. Although I did this morning. No, I'm just kidding. Why do they get to go to such a nice place? They were in the desire realm.
They meditated.
They meditated a lot. And by,
Meditating a lot.
who said default? $50 for him. Really? It's perfect. I don't know where your English comes from. By default, it means they don't have to do anything. Just meditate. You don't have time to be angry. So you don't burn your good seeds. So you're born to this temporary heaven. You see? It's just time. One's jealous or angry all day, all the time. Grumpy on day in meditation. You just don't have time. And you can't talk while you're meditating. So just by accident you go up. You see what I mean? Because you didn't have time to do all your usual bad things. It's very interesting. So anyway, these guys spend so much time meditating and spend so little time gossiping that they have unlimited light pouring off their body. Okay? And same way? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so they're called infinite light. Okay. Now let's. Now the third one. Yeah, what's the third one? How do you say sanfo? Default. Default. nation. Tung Tung read it already. They spread, here's a kyaba, logical kyaba, used as spread. Their light spreads nation malupa.
Not from their body.
No, come on. Yeah, you owe me money.
Not from the body of others?
Malu
Oh, many other bodies.
kun.
The quantity.
Yeah, malu means none left out, right? It means all. All. It just means all, okay? It's not body here.
But that doesn't know how to be in front of you.
No, it doesn't. That's to deceive. Okay, anyway. What's better than having light spread from your body all day? There must be there's a third level, right? Yeah, their light spreads to where? The other level. Like to third level, fourth level. You know, their light spreads to other paradises. Pocket paradises? Okay. The people are like, hey, I'm trying to sleep. Stop spreading light here. You know, there's nighttime in our realm. I don't care. Okay. Okay, now we reached which of the form realm levels? Concentration levels. Third. We're on the third one. We finished 6. 3 and 3 we finished. Now we're on. And these are all in Dr. Wu's text, so we have to do them. By the way, they're going to build up from you make a prayer to be king of one continent, you will be. And then more. I want to be king of the world. I want to be up on the top of Mount Meru. I want to be above Mount Meru. I want to be in the form realm. I want to be in the formless realm. Then where's he going to go? I want to be a stream mentor. I want to be an arhat. And then I want to be a Buddha. That's where his book is going. And then they're going to say, what's the punchline? For $50. Nope.
You're just supposed to be a Buddha?
10, 9, 8,
Here's the karma.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep giving places to stay to other people. I have a friend who opened her home to a homeless man. He sleeps there more than she does. Understand? So then she can make any wish she wants. She said, I want to be born. I can make a worldly wish. I want to be the next Trump. I want to be the next, what's the guy who bought my company? Warren Buffett. Or I want to be king of the world. Or I want to be a god whose light spreads to all the other realms. Or you can go higher. So we're halfway there, right? We have a few more names to go. Here we go. We're in the third one. Okay, here we go. Please read Tung Tung. Nation.
Nation Hong Ma La Dok Day Sam Tay Chu
Wait, who's Gibson?
Chu J Gay Chu Sam Tay Say Ma Ba.
That's okay. She's over. She's the good way to read fast is to skip a few words. Just kidding. Come on. Say me pa. Ye pe.
Say Ma Gay
Okay.
Ti La Lay Ti Lay Chu Tu Chok Tu Pure Pay Sam Tay May Pay Gay.
Oh, I'm sorry. There should have been a comma here. Okay. Mistake here. They should have stopped there. Okay, here we go. Now we know, right? So again, koma latete.
It appears in reliance to the others,
Yeah, compared to the others.
compared to the others.
Compared to the other higher places. Their semki dewa.
There's the happiness, the bliss in their mind.
Yeah, mental happiness chunga.
Somewhat.
Yeah, relatively speaking, compared to the how many realms above them in the form?
11.
8 plus 2, 10 above them.
Above this one.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
So compared to those 10 levels, these guys are more happy. So we called them Dei Chung. Pretty happy. We call them pretty happy. By the way, it doesn't mean what?
They're not that happy.
Right, it doesn't mean small happiness. If we didn't study these other books, we would translate it wrongly. We would say little happiness. But what it means is they have more happiness than anybody in the universe, except for those rare guys above there. So you got to be careful, okay? All right. Now, it's kind of strange because the next guys have Samki Dewa Tseme. Infinite happiness is the second one. So what's left for the third one?
Happiness that goes to other realms.
Do the gay for me.
It's wide.
Widespreading
Happiness.
Now look, it was Dechung and then Ge. He switched from De to Ge.
Oh, virtue.
Okay, now let's go see what. Look, Gechung. Seme Ge. Maybe it's a mistake. Well, I don't know. Or maybe, this is a very common mistake for people who just think gay. But sutra, which is much, much older than everything we've done. He's the oldest of us. Gechung, not less impossible millions of karma, good karma, then infinite good karma, and then, overload of karma. Good karma. Have a name bigger than infinite. Okay, that's your problem. You need a name bigger than infinite. What's that? I would check the carving, but it may be a comment on where you get your happiness. Because see, the next one continues with day, and the next one continues with day. So, I'm sorry, it is correct, because then he says Gechung. It is correct. The carving's correct, okay? Okay, so in the third form realm level, gods, the first level is called what? Relatively little good karma, infinite good karma, and then like flood of good karma or something. Yeah, beyond good karma. Now we're gonna get how many? No matter what answer you give, I can say wrong.
There are still 8.
What's next? No, number.
3.
Wrong. 8. 8. Now say 8. Wrong. It's 3. This is a perfect debate question. Yeah. Yeah, okay. At the last level, there's 8 choices of rebirth. First 3 are for people who did not see emptiness directly. And the last 5 are reserved for people who did see emptiness directly. Okay. And maybe that's where an Arya goes when they become a non-returner. Because they're not supposed to come back to the desire realm, right? They're supposed to be somewhere else. But they're not an Arhat yet. So it looks like this would be a cool place to park for a while. Okay?
Like 2 terms ago, we discussed it.
Did we? Yeah, but we all forgot. Okay, now let's do those first 3 names. Here we go. Please read, Tung Tung. Dine Ok.
Dine Ok Shi Tri Da Ta Cha Ba Mei Pei Tri Mei Mi Yo Wei Su Nam Le K Bei Na Su Nam K So K La Ndre Juk Di Le Che Wa Mei Pei Na Ndre Ju Che.
Okay, good. So we're dealing with the 3. Right? Okay. Okay, I'm good. I'm there. Dine Ok Shi Tin Ta Dap Chak Dapchak means piled up on each other, like pastry
堆在
or something. Wedding cake is dapchak, piled up on each other. Okay, and it's talking about the tin.
Cloud.
Yeah, so it doesn't have clouds like the levels below it do. Okay, down. So
这里没有天，
it doesn't have any clouds in it. Okay, so it's called cloudless.
就叫
The first of the three. The second one is created from karma, which cannot ever shift to another result. So we call it born of merit,
不会，
which remember is the
就它的
technical term for karma that can't shift to another result. Okay.
转换到其他的地方。
Then sokela debodile chewa mepena, and because people who didn't see emptiness yet cannot reach a higher
因为
result,
它没有办法去到更大的一个
it's called big result.
所以它就叫做光
Okay.
great result。
I'm going to read the next sentence, and then I'd like to go to Vimalakirti for just a few minutes. Okay. So let's do this sentence together. De tengna de tengna ne
内脏嘛，那有啦，so K met 金巴巴帕
pakpa
帕帕，哇
ba mba
巴
mba.
巴
Okay.
心心
Ba-
内巴内
Be
北内桑嘛，太阳那太
Okay, let's stop there. And we're gonna come back to it next time here. Okay. Stopped here. Oops. Okay. So how many are we supposed to have left in the formula? There's a clue.
7
5,
Five left.
right? 3 and 5
yeah
for the fourth.
Fourth level.
Yeah, fourth level. Okay. So we're going to the 5. De Tengna, on top of those 3
在这
non-Arya levels, okay,
个非正直上
we got the 5 pure levels. These are called Sangma. Ne Tsang Nga. So you're going to see the technical term in your translation, and you won't know what it means. It means this. It means they are called the 5 pure levels. They're not related to the Brahma levels, which are also called pure levels.
But they're spelled differently. It's different.
It's a different word, yeah. It's like immaculate. How about immaculate? These are the 5 immaculate levels. Nga Yela. Why are they called immaculate levels? Okay. It's going to come in the sutra. Why are they called immaculate? Hey, there's no sokkes there.
No babies, no 2-year-olds.
There's no people there who have not seen emptiness directly. So it's a sanitized place. It's a sanitized place. Everyone there has, you have to get there, you have to see emptiness directly.
要到那就知道
And it's Papa's Bashik.
Only.
Yeah, what's that sign? Like, members only. Okay.
Only.
Yeah, Aryas only. Okay. And because only Aryas live there, they call it the Immaculate Place. The Immaculate Levels. And there are 5. Okay. And we're going to talk about them next time. Okay. Now I want to go to, because V's here and I want to show off.
在这里所以想炫耀一下。
I like to show off to her. So Dr. Wu's going to be the first person to finish their book.
完成这本书，
And he's finished a very important sutra called All the Kinds of Karma. And it's basically a whole list of correlations,
这些
which is extremely valuable for people. And we're on the last few lines now. So he's going to finish. So we were talking about what should his next book be. And there's a very famous book about like a businessman who walks into a room with a bunch of bodhisattvas, and Buddha's there, and the Buddha starts asking the bodhisattvas questions like, I do you. He's probably offering money also. And then people start doing miracles and giving great answers, but the one who does the most miracles is the businessman. And so, better than Manjushri, better than Avalokiteshvara, and it's a very, very famous sutra about special people, like Dr. Wu. So I thought it would be auspicious for him to translate it. So I did yesterday. I said, I'm going to just... You feel special. Because we only start a new book every 5 or 10 years. So it's a special day. It's like having a mooncake baby. No, it's the first day, you know. So the first day of a new text is always very hopeful. You think it's going to end next week. You get all excited. So I wanted to share that moment with Vee, because this is the only day she can come. She's going to be working with her mom. Share this with you guys. You ready? Here we go. I did a time analysis. Like, I know how fast we can go, because we've been doing it for several years. And your last text was from the... And your next text is from the Kangir. So it's per page is the same. Kangir big. Carve a lot of words. So they're usually 7 lines instead of 5 lines. So, what's that? What? Oh, sorry. Sorry. It's waking me up. So what I'm saying is, we go slower pages in his books because they are the original books by the Buddha, and they carved them bigger. There's more words per page. So, but I know what his speed is now. I know what your speed is now. And it's actually the highest speed in the room. Because normal is 3.5 to 5, and Dr. Wu's going 6. Which is, I don't know why. And his are longer. What? Well, we're getting there. Now, your last book was 35 pieces of paper, which is 70 pages. We call folio faces. Vimalakirti is 30%, no, it's 3 times longer. Okay, so it's 106 or folios or 200 pages. Now, normally, multiply that number times 5 for English translation. So it's a 1,000-page book when you're finished. Your last book is going to be about 200 pages. 300 something. But your new book, it'll come out to about 1,000 pages. I say it will take 6 years, 18 terms. And you know, we live in a world where 6 years seems like a long time. We never make a 6-year commitment to anything. And I think of the American government against the Chinese government. The Chinese government makes 5-year plan, 10-year plan, 20-year plan, and the American government has nothing. They have nothing. They don't think 1 year ahead. They just spend the money and they, oh, money pay me home. You know, we hope the money comes. It's incredible. It's very disorganized. But I wanted to say that these books, we're doing something big, and it's going to last for many generations. And 6 years is not a long time to change 1,000 years. You see what I mean? So what we're doing in this room, it's not a 1 year thing. It's not a 2 year thing. Stanley's text is going to take almost 30 years. That's why I chose the baby. He'll be 40 by the time we finish. So I want to say, but you have to be clear. Are you willing to make a 6-year commitment? You know, will you commit to 6 years? And then this book, now, before you say yes or no, I want to make an advertisement for this book. I want to show you how sexy is this book. Okay, now, here's my first sales point. It's about the 4th most popular sutra later. I counted. Okay, so the heart, actually, Yuanse Sutra, what I really meant is the most popular sutra of all for later authors. For later authors. All the people after the Buddha, if you took a vote, that would be sutra number 1. More important than diamond cutter. I'm just saying it's used more often. People use it. It's quoted more often. Yeah. The second most popular is the Heart Sutra, which is obvious. The third most popular is the Diamond Cutter. And those are all done. We did them already. We don't need those. But the next one is Vimalakirti. Okay, number 4. Number 4 most popular sutra in the Apple Music. You know, it's like very popular. So that's my first advertisement. This sutra, in the last 2,000 years, is number 4 on popularity list. Okay, now, and it's used by every school. Okay, equally. And I want to prove that to you. So I went and I took from each school, from each of you guys' school, I took quotations from this sutra. And you can get a taste for this sutra in about, how much time I have?
You're out of time.
Shut up. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. And then he's going to say yes or no to this 6 years. Okay. This is from Lower Middle Way. Okay. Lower Middle Way. They like a special quotation which is, wisdom without love is chains. Okay? And love without wisdom is chains. And it's very, very famous. We were talking about it the other day. Love without emptiness is chains. And emptiness without love is chains. Very famous, Vimalakirti. Next we're going to go to Higher Middle Way. Okay, Higher Middle Way. And they said, there will come a day when you crush the mountain of ignorance to dust, and the mountain that replaces it will be love. Okay, so it's a much different taste, right? There will come a day when you crush the mountain of misunderstanding, and the mountain that comes back will be your love for people. Okay, cool? Very cool. Secret teachings, Tantra. Okay, how is it used in the secret teachings? And this happens to be the second Pension Lama said, "Oh friends, the reality of your own body cannot stand up to examination. If you check the reality of your own body, it melts. It disappears. Okay, like the husband who was looking up on Amazon, it poof. When you check for the reality of this body, poof, just disappears. And therefore, this body doesn't have long to stay. And this body is like a bubble, and this body has no reality, no essence. Okay, so that's for Tantra, and it's talking about chi. Okay, very beautiful. Okay, now. Yeah. Yeah, it should be. Then this is a long story. This is the life history of Choni Lama's teacher, Jamya Shepa. And they say, he quotes it. He quotes that sutra, Vimalakirti. And he says, Vimalakirti was hanging out with Manjushri. And Vimalakirti said, can you see very far? And Manjushri says, he's getting like, Manjushri's like, you want to know if I can see far? You take the Ganges River, okay? And you split it into 320 million, 32 Ganges rivers. Then you count all the pieces of sand, and that many Buddha paradises. Beyond them, I can tell you what the Buddha looks like the next one. So, billion Buddha paradises to the east, I can tell you what the next one looks like. And Vimalakirti's like, ooh, well, what's it look like? He says, oh, the Buddha there, his body is 2 miles high. And he's sitting on a throne that's like 10 miles wide, you know. And he's like impressing Vimalakirti. And then Vimalakirti goes, and 1 billion thrones come. And he says, I just thought you might like one. I thought you might like to have a throne like Manjushri, so I just made you a few million, you know. And you can use those, you know. He's like, the businessman. He's like, and then Manjushri like, whoa. And then Manjushri tried to get up on it, and he can't. It's too holy, you know. He can't. Manjushri can't get on it. And he said, wow, you make amazing chairs. Okay, that's the next one. Last one, okay. It's even important in the Lamrim. So here's the Lamrim Chemo, right? The great Lamrim. Last thing, okay? This is my advertisement for you. 6-year advertisement. And Vimalakirti, by the way, the name of the sutra is not Vimalakirti Sutra, it's the sutra that Vimalakirti taught, the Buddha, the businessman taught it, which is very unusual because normally a Buddha teaches sutra, right? So it says, you want to know what chains are for bodhisattva? What's a chains for bodhisattva? A bodhisattva who doesn't know how to come in the world of pain and help people. That bodhisattva is still limited. Okay, and then bodhisattvas who do know how to go into the world of pain to help people there, they're free. Yeah. Okay, that's my advertisement. Now, you don't have to say yes today. You can think about it. But if you say yes, you have to commit to 6 years. Okay? And we can do a good job. We can do better than anybody, I think. So just cook it. Think about it. Yeah. It's a big commitment. But everyone made this kind of commitment. Cool? And it's not difficult. We can do it. There's the sutra, by the way. We have to put the Chinese is available, the Sanskrit is available, the Tibetan is available. So we can have a 4 languages sutra. Very sexy. Okay. All right, let's go. Shibuki Joshimeto Tamri Ramlinshi Nindegembadi Sange Shiva Chubasho Ilang Guru Ratnamandala Kamyatayami Dikevo Kun Sunam Yeshe Son Shin Sunam Yeshe Le Choe Naba Kuni Toba Sencho Rinpoche Ma Ke Panam Ke Gyurche Ke Panyapa Me Pa Kone Kondu Pelwa Show. Yay! 5-minute pee-pee break.